What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm, and this is another video in the 31 Days of QnA. If you don't know what that is, because it's not 2024 anymore, then go into the description box and you'll see a playlist. I've done all kinds of Q&As this month. You'll also see a bunch of links of ways that you can support the channel, including a link to cadence-based training, which is the best gripper training program on the market today. If you're wondering how to set a gripper, you've come to the right place, brother. First thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a pen or a Sharpie or something like that, and you're going to make the following lines in your hand. You're going to cut your pinky in half from tip all the way to wrist. You're going to cut your ring finger in half from tip all the way to the first callus. You're going to draw a line that touches your nearest callus here, your nearest callus here, right straight across. You're also going to draw a line, and this one's covered up a little bit, right here on your off finger, your off-hand index finger. Why? It's because these lines are going to establish your set. When you set the gripper, you are going to screw yourself up completely if you put it like this. Use this bottom line as reference for the back of the handle. Use this ring finger line as reference for the front handle. This line is where the gripper goes. You want to cover that line up. You need to have this gripper as far forward in your hand as possible. It's going to feel awkward at first because a lot of you are putting the gripper way back here in your hand. When you do that, you're setting yourself up at a mechanical disadvantage. So move it forward. Next, pop the wrist back. Your hand is strongest at about 15 degrees of extension, so you should not be like this. You should have your wrist back like this. Push your thumb forward, make a pocket. All right? Next, how are we going to keep the gripper there? You got a thumb. You're going to pin your thumb into the back handle. You're going to hook your index finger over the front handle. Next, we are setting the gripper like you mean it. So we are not just setting with hand strength. You're setting with torso strength. Get your body involved. So it looks like this. Pin, hook, drive that handle with your torso. Walk the fingers into place. Look at where the handle is on my pinky, about halfway. That's all you need, is about half your pinky on the handle. What that does, it gets all four of your fingers on the handle, but it puts your strongest fingers as low as possible on the handle, maximizing your leverage. If you look at any video by anyone that's closing a 3 or harder, they do it almost all exactly the same way, brother. And despite the fact that there's millions of videos out there, I'm still sent videos all the time where the technique doesn't look anything like what the best people do. Do what I'm saying today, you will close bigger grippers. It's not cheating to set the gripper. This is how it's done in competition. It is not cheating to use chalk. I don't care what kind of chalk you use. I don't care what kind of if you use liquid chalk, I don't care. But you have to prepare your hands for gripper work. And if you're just training with sweat, grease, oils, whatever it may be on your hand, then you will never have a consistent surface. Chalking helps you maintain a consistent surface in your gripper training, so use chalk. I don't care if the old-time strongmen had chalk or not. You do. If the old-time strongmen had chalk, they would have used chalk. Period. Okay? So get out of that mindset. Chalk your hands up. You don't need a ton of chalk. You need an even application of chalk. Angle. Placement. Wrist. Thumb forward. Makes a pocket. Pin. Hook. Torso. Into position. In competition. Swipe the block. Close it down. Boom! You just close the gripper. You said it like you mean it, finally, and get good at that. This technique is a foundational technique that you will use for the rest of your life, closing grippers. This is the way it's done. This is the right way it's done. Once you get the technique right, you're going to need a program, and that's where cadence-based training comes in. So check out the description box for that. Check out the description box for the playlist for the 31 Days of QnA in 2024, as well as other links that you can access to support this channel. All the best in your training, everybody. Take care.